Time for semifinal number 2. It's the second-seeded Ottawa Lady 67's taking on the hometown Ridley College Tigers. And the winner will take on the Naha Winterhawks as after they took care of the Balmoral Hall Blazers 9-1 just before this. So it'll be a tough task for whichever team will make it to tomorrow's championship game, which will go just after noon Eastern time here in St. Catharines, Ontario. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Reese Demaney here on the JWHL Network, and we're getting set to go to get things started. Brooke Larange takes the blue paint for the Ridley Tigers. It's Tovey Jacobson in net for the Ottawa Lady 67's. And we're ready to play hockey here in St. Catharines, Ontario. It's the 67's winning the opening draw, but it's the Tigers going to come up with possession in the offensive end. Catherine Foulem in there, number 12 in orange and black, as a shot from Elliott's going to go high over Jacobson. Tigers are in this position after a shootout victory earlier on today. They beat the Pacific Steelers. And for the Lady 67's, it's been all domination so far this weekend, as Penner's going to go back for it for Ridley. As I mentioned, they're the second seed coming in. They went 13-3-2 in the regular season, 28 points. As for the Tigers, 13-4-1. They had 27 points. These teams played each other very close, and these are the only two teams in the entire league to beat the top-seeded Naha Winterhawks during the regular season. As the puck goes off the stick of Louisa Welke and out to center ice. Penner helping her out, and it's going to dribble all the way into the 67's and Lily Welke on it for Ridley. As we're going to have our first penalty of the game, it's going to be a hook. So a minute and 7 in. The game's first advantage will go to the Ottawa Lady 67's, as heading off for the Ridley Tigers is Lily Welke for hooking. So she'll sit for 2 or less. Face-off going to come up to the left of Brooke Larange, who in the regular season appeared in 17 games and went 10-5-1 with a 2.18 goals against average and a save percentage of .930. You can throw in a shutout there as well. Stellar numbers for number 30 in black and orange. As the Lady 67's going to get things going, look for their first scoring opportunity of the game. It's Regan Gouraud giving the puck away, and having to chase back in her own end is Naomi Boucher, the daughter of Guy Boucher, the former coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning and Ottawa Senators. Staying in the Ottawa area, his daughter on this 67's team. Nolan's at the point. Boucher puts it towards the net. That hit a skate and went wide. That was Penner that got in the way of that shot. Avery Penner work along the near board. She can't get it out. It was a good job by Alyssa Nolan to keep it in along the near boards. Bouncing puck in the slot area, going to be cleared away. And the Tigers just going to backhand it out. The captain, Catherine Foulem, number 12. 2 Tigers are up on the forecheck, shorthanded, as there's 52 seconds left in this Ottawa power play. Molly Gray, number 3. Shot from the point into the glove of Larange, as the point shot came from Haley McDonald. Larange saw it all the way right into her catching glove. And we've got 39 seconds left in this 67's power play. We've played 2:28 here in the first period of semifinal number 2. Winner faces the Naha Winterhawks. As Ottawa back in the zone, shot towards the net. Not sure if that hit Larange, hit a defender, but it didn't go in. It's Penner out on the forecheck. Elliott on the ice as well defending. That's Louisa Welke backhanding it down. She'll go off on a change. As it's turned over, Elliott working one-on-one. Elliott with a shot. And Tovey Jacobson's going to hang on as she makes a glove save. Shorthanded opportunity for number 4 in black and orange. Exactly 3 minutes played here in the first period. 7 seconds to go in this Ottawa Lady 67's power play. Face off to the left of Jacobson. Fulham on the draw lost it as the 67's will try and control off the face-off. As an errant pass going to make its way out to center ice. Coming right off the bench and chipping that one deep is Amelia Giles, number 55. That's going to be poked in behind Jacobson's goal. Hannah Thompson for the 67's. Puck's going to come out. Penner's just going to put it in. The Tigers are going to have to touch up, but it's in their zone. Penner. Errant pass, but it's going to find the tape of a 67. That's number 11, Melanie Drost. It bounces off the near board. It's going to be poked in deep by Claire Sedgwick. She's wearing number 10 in pink and red and white. Naomi Boucher working in there, but the puck makes its way back to the blue line. Just going to be dumped in, and Penner going to play it. It's going to make its way out to center. Garreau played it to the far side. Drost moving into the slot. Lost the handle for a second. Larange, good job. Staying square to the shot at the top of her crease. And she's going to hang on to make another save. We've played 4-11 here in the opening frame. Still no score between the Ridley College Tigers and the Ottawa Lady 67's. All-Canadian matchup here in St. Catharines, Ontario for the 2020 U19 JWHL playoffs. Puck turned over in the Ridley zone. In 2 on low, down low. And Larange makes a beautiful save as she was facing a 2-on-0 from the 67's. Didn't have a whole lot of space, but Larange able again to stay square to the shot at the top of her crease, not allowing too much in behind her. And negates that scoring opportunity. The 67's been controlling the pace for the last minute and a half. And it's going to be Sweet Apple behind her own net. She gets it right back. Along the far boards. Going to be chipped out to center ice. Amanda Giles in there. And a potential for a 2-on-1. Takes the shot. That goes high of Larange from Jamie S. Propitomatis. The Tigers bringing it out to center ice. Fulham lost that one. And it's going to go towards that Tigers bench. Sweet Apple coming back, and a good job to poke it away, negating another 67's opportunity. Oh, huge body check. And Ridley was going to the power play. Are we going to play 4-on-4 now? Or are we just going to go 5-on-4, the single penalty? And yeah, it looks like we're just going to get one out of this as Jamie as Propitomatis will sit for 2 or less. As we've played 5:21 here in this opening period, Tigers on their first power play. 67's 0 for 1. The shot towards the goal. Jacobson, a little trouble with it, but she's going to scoop it into the breadbasket and hang on. So the Tigers' real first opportunity to get on the score sheet first. It's out there for Ridley College. Got Lily Welke, number 23. She won the draw. Now it's at the point for Avery Penner, number 8. Her sister Emma Penner wears number 6. Here's Penner into the slot. One-time opportunity. It just goes high over the net from Lily Welke. Now the puck in the slot again. Penner, another backhand stopped by Jacobson, and she's going to get it before Welke can pot home the loose puck. So both goaltenders being brick walls to start this game. We've still got a minute and a half left to go in this Ridley power play. At the point now for the Tigers, we've got Elliott and Sweet Apple. But it's Penner into the slot, right into the catching glove of Toby Jacobson. Another easy save for her as that lane was wide open. Up front for the Tigers on this power play, we've got Louisa Welke, 13 in the middle, Lily Welke, 23. And Emma Penner, number 6, on the right wing side. As we worked in the corner, 3-on-1, the Tigers are working in deep, and we've got the extra body. You can do that. Elliott's going to pinch in, try and get the puck deep. She does. Louisa Welke in behind the goal, going to look for options. Still with the puck. Nice job there. Lily Welke lost the handle for a second, but got some help from Penner. Elliott backhanded it towards the line. Louisa Welke's going to keep it in. And Elliott's just going to try and direct it toward the goal. Didn't go too far as it was intercepted from Georgia Spear. Now at the point, Elliott thought about putting it towards the net. Did a smart play, got it to Welke, and both the Welkes on this side. And 67's could have had a 2-on-2 shorthanded, but it's Elliott. Going to be 3-on-2. Tovey Jacobson makes a nice save off of Elliott, who's had numerous opportunities so far. Carmen Elliott, the Stephenville, Newfoundland native, played in 16 games this season. 2 goals, 9 assists, and 11 points. So a defenseman that can put up numbers and get you a big goal, make a big play when you need it. And she's got it right now in her own zone as she skated right in front of the goaltender, Larange. And it's Fulham. Into the offensive zone. Fulham still with the puck. Makes a move. Lost it for a second. Got right to Jacobson. She sticks the pad out. Makes a save. And now the puck's in the corner. Abby Grexton, number 9, lost the handle. Grexton is headed to Dartmouth come this fall as the 67's are coming back into the Tigers' zone. And a nice play from Penner to knock it off the stick of Leah Young. And Young's in her own zone, number 17. So lead pass goes off the stick of Claire Sedgwick. It'll go in deep anyways. Melanie Drost in there. Claire Sedgwick, number 10, scores! The 67 strike first. 8 minutes and 6 seconds into the contest, and Ottawa has the 1-0 lead. Poking that one home is Claire Sedgwick, number 10. Sedgwick during the regular season, 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points. One of those goals was a game winner as well. And this is a big one in a game like this. The 2 versus 3 seed puts her 67's on the board first. They lead at 1-0. So Tigers will quickly try and get this crowd back engaged in the game. A pretty full house here in St. Catharines. Shot towards the net, goes wide of Jacobson, but took a funny hop right into the blue paint, and she's going to pounce on it and make the save. Jacobson, the native of Canada, Ontario. 2.14 goals against average in the regular season, .926 save percentage. And I wasn't doing this last year, but the last time I did this 2 years ago, Jacobson was in that net for the 67's, and she was just as good then as she is now. As Anna Barrington had it behind her net, it's turned over. The 67's an opportunity. That shot goes wide. We dumped right back in, and Penner. Nice cross check to Brittany Yamin. And we have a stoppage in play. This was just to our left. It goes undetected by the referees, but they're going to have a chat now about it. So it'll be interesting. Not 1,000% sure the way she went into the boards, just from where we are, where the wall from the stands to the ice is. A little bit of a tough angle to see what happened, but it was definitely number 6, Emma Penner, driving her into the boards with a two-handed cross check. So we'll see what comes of this. If the referees are discussing whether it's a penalty or if they're just having a powwow up at center ice. 1-0 for the Ottawa Lady 67's. Goal coming courtesy of Claire Sedgwick just a couple of minutes ago. Of course, the winner faces the Naha Winterhawks, who took care of Balmoral Hall 9-1 in the first semifinal here this evening. Of course, that championship game goes tomorrow afternoon, just after noon, and that will be right after the U16 championship. We'll have it for you right here on the JWHL network. We thank you so much for tuning in all weekend. For Rod Mahood, who did 8 of the first 9 games. I just had to do some quick math. I'm in broadcasting, so we're not the greatest mathematicians in the world. A big shout out to Rod Mahood. He's got duties as the PA announcer for the OHL's Niagara Ice Dogs. So the Ice Dogs are playing the Erie Otters today, and then tomorrow Rod Mahood hosts a show on the local radio station. And then the Ice Dogs are back in action against the Peterborough Petes. So he's got a lot to do. So I'll have the call for you tomorrow, the U16 Championship and the U19 Championship at 10 a.m. and noon Eastern Time tomorrow from Ridley College here in St. Catharines. As it's Sweet Apple in her own end. Tigers going to try and tie this one up here as Fulham going for the puck. And she goes down. Sort of got tied up in there with a 67. That was number 4, Alyssa Nolan. Not sure if anything's going to come of this. I did see an elbow come to the head, but it was kind of as Fulham was already falling down. So that's a tough position to be in, tough call for the referees. And you see that a lot at every level where players kind of put themselves not in a vulnerable position, but a lot of these plays that you think are dirtier than they are. It all depends on the recipient of the play. So looks like she'll be okay. She's one of the top guns for the Tigers. In 16 games played, 10 goals, 15 assists, 1 game winner, and 25 points. So definitely hoping she can get back on the ice as quick as possible as Welke's going to chip it in. Louisa Welke for her sister Lily. Now it's Louisa along the far side in the corner. Lily is there. She's kind of surveying, seeing what's going on. Now she gets in on the play, and the Tigers are going to come out with it being down 2-on-3 in the corner. So worked out for them. Sweet Apple to Penner off the boards. It's going to be Lily Welke cutting around. Has got right now 9.5 to play here in the first frame. Sweet Apple, good defensive play to turn things back. It's Welke trying to make something happen. Still on the puck. It now exits the zone. Now it's Avery Penner. Along the far side, Emma Penner's just going to get it deep, and Ridley's going to start a change. Along the near side, Penner couldn't handle it, and the 67's coming back with Melanie Drost. She's number 11, centering pass, no one there. And now it's Claire Sedgwick. Number 10, she's the goal scorer for the 67, centering opportunity. That was knocked away. 8 3/4 left to go here in the first as Giles will shoot it in and go off on a change. That change will finally be completed by the Tigers, but it's turned over partially in the corner and then taken away. Lauren Toner in there for the Tigers. Not able to keep it in at the line was Anna Barrington. Barrington, the St. John's native. 3 goals, 2 assists in the regular season. Banked off the boards, out to center, 2-on-1. It's Welke. Tried to get it across to Penner. She does eventually get it towards the goal, but Jacobson is all over that one. She's going to hang on, and we're going to have a face-off coming up to the glove hand side of her goal. Jacobson, the winner of 6 games in the regular season, lost 3 in regulation and 1 in overtime. Penner off the boards. Culligan tried to get it to the net. She couldn't. She'll have to retreat and just shoot it off the glass and down. Back to get it for the 67's is Regan Garreau. Still on the puck, but she got rubbed out of the play, and it's going to result in a penalty being taken by Brooklyn Clark, number 77 in black and orange. So she's going to go sit for 2 or less. The 67's are going to have their second opportunity on the power play. 0 for 1 so far. In the regular season, their power play 8.7%, whereas the Ridley PK was at 93.9%. So favors the Tigers a little bit, but again, in the playoffs, everything goes to 0. The 67's currently lead 1-0, looking to make it 2. Leah Young able to drop that off. Haley McDonald with the slap shot. That one was blocked in the slot. Nice job by Elliott, and she's going to skate out shorthanded, and why not? She had the time and space, just going to bank it off the boards around one defender. That's going to kill a solid 10, 15 seconds. 67's back into the zone, shot towards the net. Larange's just going to paddle that one aside. Behind the net, Sweet Apple is going to bank it off the boards. It'll find Lily Welke. She just poked it a little bit too far, and moving that one forward again is Alyssa Nolan. Back the other way, Molly Grabby. She's number 3 in pink, red, and white. Alyssa Nolan turning back, being pressured by Penner. A little bit of a hook and a jab, but nothing too much. Giles picks it up in behind her own net. We got 40 seconds left in this Ottawa advantage. 6:20 to go here in the first period. It's at the point. Nolan, near side, out in front. Nice play, just not able to get a stick on it was Melanie Drost. It's back in the slot, and that backhander goes high of Larange. Sedgwick, the goal scorer, in behind the net. 15 seconds to play in this man advantage as the centering pass goes over the stick of Drost. At the point, shot taken, that was blocked as Nolan let it go. Another opportunity blocked as well. Penalty about to expire, 2-1. You hear Jacobson putting her stick down on the ice. Icing will be negated as still about half a second left in that man advantage. Penner back in the zone, tried to center it, she couldn't. Good defensive play. Now it's Alyssa Nolan trying to get it out. She probably wants a change. She's been on for about a minute. Elliott just going to get it deep as Grexton let it go by her. Avery Penner along the far side. Fulem out there as well for the Tigers. It's a pass up the middle. Is just going to easily be handled by Larange. She had help from Barrington, but she's going to take no chances and hang on with 5:03 left to go in the first. Still 1-0 Ottawa lead on the goal from Claire Sedgwick. Hannah Thompson in on the draw for the 67's. Lily Welke for the Tigers, and she won it right back to Larange, who had to be sharp. Elliott's just going to bank it off the glass. Louisa Welke tried to get it out. She couldn't. Second opportunity, she does, and that's going to go off the stick of Tovey Jacobson. Kind of thought it hit the post, but playoff hockey, sometimes you got to let stuff go. Sweet Apple's just going to get it deep. Louisa Welke. She lost it for a second, and the 67's are going to take over back the other way. Brittany Yameen couldn't get the puck out as that shot was over the glove of Tovey Jacobson. Back the other way come the 67's. Hannah Thompson just going to get it deep and go off on a change. She's going to be joined on the bench by Ella Watson as the 67's get new bodies on the ice. Lily Welke skating through center into the offensive zone. Welke still with the puck. It's got Wing with her. That one's just going to be poked in front of that 67's bench off a helmet, it looked like. And it's going to stay in the zone. Oh, it didn't stay in the zone. Okay. I lost sight of that puck too close to the boards from where we are. And linesman obviously a better view, so the Tigers' opportunity is negated as they had to touch up. Giles just going to bank it off the boards in her own zone, and it's not going to get out. Now it will. It was a good job on the defensive end there from Abby Russell as we got another penalty coming up. Boarding, body checking, cross-checking, whatever you want to call it. The referee's going to give her cross-checking. It's going to the box will be number 27, Lauren Toner. Toner, who only took 2 penalty minutes in the regular season, so that's not someone that's usually in the sin bin. But another opportunity coming for the Ottawa 67's on the power play, and right now the head coach of the 67's is going to get an explanation about what's going on there. It's just 2 minutes on the board. The 67's 0 for 2. Not like they've had chances, though. Brooke Larange has been solid in that Ridley Tigers net. Just that one goal coming 5-on-5. But it's who you would expect to be out there for the 67's at the point right now, Alyssa Nolan. Melanie Drost. Claire Sedgwick out there as well. Alyssa Nolan shoots it. That one goes wide. And it's going to be shot all the way down off a stanchion. It's going to make it to about the far blue line. And the 67's will turn it back. Sedgwick has a little bit of space. Shoots, save made by Loranger. Rebound, that's clear, and it's go all the way down the ice. Tigers going to get fresh bodies on the ice. Is out there on the PK now, Elliott, Louisa Welke, as well as Mary Sweetapple and Lily Welke, and she's got it. At the point, takes the shot off of the glove of Jacobson and rolls by as Regan Garreau able to pick that one up. Garreau still with it, number 5, skates up ice. Garreau trying to work out something as reinforcements are coming. She was all alone for a few seconds. Now her rest of her team catches up. 45 seconds to go in the power play. We've got about 2 minutes and change to go in the first period. So that puck's going to be dumped into neutral territory. Referee got in the way for a second as Molly Grabby out to center. Penner lost it. And now skating in is Propatomatis. And it's going to be shot all the way down. 20 seconds to go in the 67's power play. Juliana Park's going to get it deep. You hear Jacobson stick again. That means the power play is over. And, referees didn't catch it, but Lauren Toner stepped out of the box about a second or two early. Tigers now going to work 5-on-5 to try and get this equalized. Got to start moving their feet, creating more opportunities and power plays. As it's going to be shot all the way down for icing. And the faceoff's going to come back in the Ottawa end. Lots of ones on the board. 1-0 Ottawa, first period, 1:11 to go. Now we need 4 penalties that say 1:11 too. As that clearing attempt's going to make its way to just in front of that 67's bench. To greet it was Giles. She couldn't get the handle on the puck, and bringing it back the other way for the 67's is Jenna Churchill. As a rolling puck was on its way to Loranger. She couldn't get it, so we play on. Puck's along the far boards. It's going to be poked free and out by Rachel Wing. Wing working hard, and we're going to call this interference. That was Toner. Yep, interference. She was negated from getting that puck. So there's your power play. The Ridley Tigers an opportunity late here in this first period to tie up the hockey game. They trail at 1-0 on a goal from Claire Sedgwick. As I mentioned, the Ridley Tigers coming off a shootout win over the Pacific Steelers to get into this position. The Ottawa 67's have just been dominating everybody. The second seed, as that shot goes over the hands of Elliott and down. Sweetapple gonna regroup, get her mates all aligned, and they are ready to go. Grexton with speed. Jacobson got a piece, and it goes wide. Now she collides with one of her teammates. That's Leah Young. And it's finally going to be sent at least to center ice as Sweetapple makes that save. And another penalty is going to be called here, and they're going to call head contact. So with 13 seconds left in the first period, they're going to call it on Abby Grexton, the Dartmouth commit. One of 2 Ridley Tigers committed to schools as of right now. Catherine Foulem is headed to Boston University. Abby Grexton, the Thornbury, Ontario native. The shot from the point is going to be stopped by Brooke Loranger. It's at the point. Shot towards the goal, never got there. As the final buzzer is going to go, and we're going to start the second as we finish the first, playing 4-on-4 for about 30 seconds. And then the 67's will have their 4th power play of the game, 0 for 3 so far. And another rule I don't agree with, you get an 0 for on the power play, even if it's 2 seconds. Should be at least the time. 30 seconds, okay, that's enough time to get set up in the offensive zone. You know, whatever. You get the puck on net, you have a good scoring opportunity. Whereas 2 seconds after, say, you take a penalty and other team takes a penalty, shouldn't be a power play when it ends. It's just my opinion. I don't, if anyone's listening that makes hockey rules, should definitely suggest that. So we've got a 1-0 score after 20 minutes here in St. Catharines. The only goal scorer, Claire Sedgwick, midway through the frame. That was a 5-on-5 even strength goal. As both teams are gathering their thoughts, getting ready for the middle 20. There will be a flood after the second period. It'll be about 10-12 minutes. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. And then we'll have the third period leading into Championship Sunday. So U16 finals are at 10 a.m. And the U19s, one of these two against the Winterhawks. That'll go just after noon Eastern. As Jacobson and Larange, number 30 counterparts, make their way to their goals. The long change comes into effect now. On the face-off, it's Lily Welke winning it against Naomi Boucher. And it's into the 67 zone. Louisa Welke was taken down, rubbed out of the play. Nice job defensively there from the 67's defenders. A little bit more open ice as well. I mentioned we're playing 4-on-4. And then there will be a 30-second 67's power play as Elliott's going to take a hooking penalty and they score! Oh, what an individual effort that was! The 67's were going to go on a 4-on-3 power play. But Melanie Drost wanted to score so badly that she did it on the ice. Goes backhand 5-hole on Larange. And 27 seconds into the second period, it's a 2-0 Ottawa 67's lead. So we will continue to play 4-on-4 for the next 50 seconds. But another conference is coming. They kind of can't drop the puck because it's right at center ice. That's why I don't understand how NFL officials can stand right behind the line of scrimmage. I don't understand that big guys weighing 250 or more coming at you. It's pretty scary, even for umpires standing behind 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Right in front of that Tigers bench, it's going to be Ridley trying to cut this lead in half as Penner tried to get that loose puck. She couldn't. Almost took a high stick penalty there, but it did not hit the face of Sedgwick. Of course, the women have cages here. Something the men should probably think about because there are too many face injuries. As Ottawa now goes on the power play. 2-on-1. Centering opportunity, and that one went nowhere as there was a nice feed from Brittany Yamin, number 97. Surely could have been 3-0 there, but good job by the defense of Ridley to come back. Now 67's another opportunity. Larange makes the save. Giles taken down in front of the net, no call, and Sedgwick's going to go off on a change. Sedgwick scored the first goal for the 67, excuse me. 10 and 11 with the goals, and we've got another penalty, high sticking call coming up to Ridley. So again, Ottawa going to go to the man advantage. 18:04 left in this middle period, and it's Giles going to go off. Amelia Giles. Number 55 scored once, added 2 assists. In 17 games played, she took 16 penalty minutes, or penalties in minutes, during those games played. It's going to be Molly Grabe to take the face-off for Ottawa. She's able to win it. Nice strong play on the puck to keep it away from Penner. At the point, that's going to be shot nowhere. And a nice save by Larange as the original shot was blocked at the point from Leah Young. And then Larange stuck with it, stopped the rebound, and the Tigers are able to shoot it down and get at least a change started as Penner goes off. Coming on for her is Lauren Toner. Abby Grexton trying to reverse it. It gets to the point, but that's it. It's going to be banked off the glass and down deep in the Tigers zone, and it'll be stopped on the high stick. Not a penalty. It'll be just a stoppage in play, and the face-off will come outside. So we play 2:32 here in the second period. 1:24 to go in the fifth Ottawa power play. As a team, the Ridley Tigers took 144 penalties in minutes in the regular season. PK 93.9. Power play for the 67's 8.7. They haven't scored with the advantage yet, and they're going to ice it here, which is definitely what you don't want to do on the power play. So we're going to get a face-off in the Ottawa zone. Looks like it's going to be to the left side of Tovey Jacobson. 1:09 to go in the 67's power play. These teams just separated by 1 point in the regular season. The 67's finished with 28 points, a record of 13-3-2. While the Ridley Tigers finished third, 27 points, 13-4-1 in the regular season. And yeah, we got another penalty coming here. 3 minutes in, and we're going to even it up. It's going to be 4-on-4 as Jenna Churchill's going to go off. So that will get rid of the fifth 67's power play. And then the Tigers will have 1:04 to work with the extra body on the ice. It's going to be Lily Welke on the draw. She lost it as a clean win from Hannah Thompson in her own defensive end. The Tigers come up with it, though. Sweet Apple towards the net. That was blocked. Jacobson is out. But it was cleared from the blue paint and coming back the other way. Peyton Carl, lead pass out in front. Sweet Apple took her counterpart down as Brittany Yamin had an opportunity going to the net. Now the Tigers working back 3-on-2. Sweet Apple with Elliott and Welke. Sweet Apple in deep. The defenseman pitching in. Back the other way, Yamin, number 97 in pink, red, and white. She lost it as Elliott made a nice play. Emma Penner lost it, couldn't get the handle. Power play coming up in a few seconds for the Tigers. Now a shorthanded opportunity comes. Larange makes the save, and it goes up into the netting. So with 16:01 to go in the second period, there's 1:01 to go in the now Ridley power play as 4-on-4 is done for the second time. Of course, barring another penalty coming, and the way things have gone so far, you expected it that way. The 2 and 3 seeds meeting in the semifinals. Of course, it's going to be a little rough as they're going to call icing on this play. It's a little close. Just in front of me at the face-off dot in the neutral zone. Could have gone either way. It was pretty close. I thought Ottawa got a stick on that. Refs thought otherwise. So the captain Foulem's going to have to win a defensive draw, give her team a chance to set up in the offensive end. She loses it. And Garreau to the far side. She was knocked down as she passed it, and the front of the net is cleared, but it's not cleared at the line. Nolan's just going to get it deeper. Melanie Drost, she scored the last Ottawa goal. And what a beauty it was. She was hooked on the play. Ottawa was going to get a 4-on-3 power play, spun around, and on the seat of her pants, able to put it 5-hole past Brooke Larange to give them the 2-goal advantage. And that was early in the second period, a matter of seconds. That one shot down into the Tigers' end. Just 10 seconds left in their power play. Time for one more rush if they hurry, and Penner's just going to settle things down, so that will negate and end the power play as a pass to Penner was missed. It's going to be reversed along the other side. Abby Russell's going to bank it off the boards. Out there as well, Rachel Wing along the far side. Wing trying to get it out. Kind of stuck there by the Ottawa 67's bench door, but it's rung around the boards, and Abby Barrington got it to the blue line. Now it's out into the 67's end. Barrington. Toner there, tried to get it, she couldn't. Anna Barrington just shot it all the way down, and it's icing against the Tigers with 14:22 left in the second. Both teams 0 on the power play. 5 opportunities for the 67's, 4 for the Tigers. We've played some 4-on-4. We've had a beautiful goal, and we've had good goaltending. So it's been a pretty good start to semifinal number 2 in the middle frame, as Sweet Apple's going to pick it up off the face-off with some help from Elliott. But Elliott just reversed it, and it turns into a turnover. So Elliott's going to bring it out. Welke. Lily Welke lost the handle for a second. She gets it back. She's going to chip it over. And Welke gives a cross check right in front of our broadcast point to Juliana Parks. Got away with one there as the officials didn't see it. As Penner comes back the other way. Drop pass to Louisa Welke. Tried to put it towards the net. That was blocked there by number 62, Haley McDonald. And now it's going to be chipped out to center ice. And it will go for icing if it has enough. Sweet Apple not hustling. And they are going to wave off icing. So Sweet Apple's going to carry it out. This might turn out well for the Tigers. Fulham, and it's going to be offside at the 67's line as we approach the midway mark of regulation time. 13:25 to go in the middle period. Claire Sedgwick opened the scoring in the first period. And then following up on that, Melanie Drost getting the second Ottawa tally. As Fulham tried to poke it ahead, she couldn't. Brooklyn Clark out there, number 77. Towards the net, Jacobson is going high, but she thought better of it. She's just going to hang on and get a face-off in her own end. And the 67's are going to change their defensive pairing. Coming out for them, number 5, Regan Garreau. As it's at the point, Penner takes the shot towards the net. It was blocked. Fulham tried to get that puck. She couldn't, and Penner's going to have to hustle a little bit to get back. Got it to Giles. Giles off the boards to Clark. She couldn't move it forward, and it's going to be the 67's turn it back the other way, or at least trying to anyways, as Melanie Drost tried to make something happen. Grexton has some time, shoots off the stick of Naomi Boucher. Good defensive play by her. Get her stick in the lane, block that shot. Glorious scoring opportunity for Abby Grexton as the stick is knocked out of the hands of Melanie Drost. And we've got a stoppage in play. 12:22 left to go here in period 2. Abby Russell in on the draw for the Tigers. She lost it as Grabe won the draw. And it's going to be chipped into the Ridley end. And it's going to go for another icing as Catherine Culligan was back to grab that puck. So we'll get another face-off to the right of Tovi Jacobson, who has been perfect in this one. Won 6 games in the regular season, including 1 shutout. Welke fighting for that loose puck, but it's going to make its way to the near boards, and picking that one up is Brittany Yamin. 67's working back the other way. Ella Watson will get it deep. Barrington was there. She couldn't advance it, and it's Yamin again. Brittany Yamin just to the boards along the near side. Welke Working in there, getting some help from Barrington, trying to get it out of their zone. In there for the 67s, Watson, as well as Spear. And it's Welke back out. Lead pass, Lily Welke on a breakaway, tried to get past the defense, and we're going to get a penalty shot. Well, from my vantage point, I didn't think she had a clear lane to the net. She had a clear lane to the net, but I didn't think she had some space between her and the defender coming back on her. But glorious opportunity right here, knocking at the door for the Ridley Tigers. 11:31 to play in the second period, so this is where you want to get one. You don't have to necessarily chip away or anything, but hard work starting to pay off for the Tigers, moving their feet, drawing penalties. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be Tovey Jacobson going to try and keep it a goose egg on the side of the Tigers. Of course, the Tigers playing at home in St. Catharines, but they are the visitors in this one, as the 67s were the 2 seed, Tigers a 3 seed. So it's going to be Lily Welke, the left wing side. Shoots and a big glove save from Tovey Jacobson. From our angle, it looked like she had a bit of room on that glove side, but it was Tovey Jacobson keeping the goose egg on the board and keeping it at a 2-0 67s lead. 11.5 to play in the second, and even though you didn't score, you still got to take this as momentum. It's a glorious opportunity to score, but you got to keep on it, as Welke lost the draw, and it's going to be shot out the far side. 67's coming back, looking for their opportunity now, as Elliott's going to cut that off. Sweet Apple tried to reverse it. She couldn't. And Louisa Welke has a little bit of space. A lead pass for her sister Lily. Lily on another breakaway. Lily shoots another glove save from Tovey Jacobson. So in the span of 30 seconds, Tovey Jacobson, 2 glove saves on Lily Welke. And we're going to have another penalty here. It's going to be a slashing call. So the 67s are building off of the momentum that Tovey Jacobson is giving them right now, as Emma Penner's going to sit for 2 or less. We get closer and closer to the midway mark of regulation time. On the PK for the Tigers, it's going to be Fulem, along with Penner, Grexton, and Giles. Shot towards the net from Drost. Went nowhere. The 67s, they're going to let them tie. That was too many men, as Tovey Jacobson wasn't right at the bench yet, but a backhand shot was stopped by Larange, and the Tigers are going to be down 2 bodies, as the 67s are going to go on a 5-on-3 advantage for the next minute 44. As Grexton will join Penner in the box. Things starting to get a little bit chippy in here, and again, like you could expect with a 2-3 matchup. Of course, no hitting in the women's game. So here we go, 5-on-3 for the 67s for a very long time. Alyssa Nolan at the point, far side shooting, and that never made it to Larange, as Naomi Boucher tried to get it on net. Larange still hugging that post, and she's going to cover it up and get a face-off, as the Tigers are going to make changes to their penalty killers. As Fulem's going to come off the ice. On for her is Lily Welke. Welke herself could have easily tied this game 2-2 at a penalty shot. Jacobson, huge glove save. 30 seconds later, another breakaway for Welke. Jacobson, huge glove save, as a shot was fanned on right in front of the net by Regan Garreau. Another opportunity coming. Boucher out in front and either hit the skate of Larange or the side of the net. Garreau at the top, Nolan. Lots of options, as there's a lot of open space right now. Naomi Boucher. Alyssa Nolan. Regan Garreau. Tried to go back to Boucher, and that was blocked. 50 seconds left in the first penalty. Shot scores! Screenshot found the back of the net. A power play goal for the 67's, and they have jumped out to a 3-0 lead as Regan Garreau beats Brooke Loranger. So on opportunity number 6 for the Ottawa 67's, they finally bury a power play goal, giving themselves a very nice cushion right now. 3-0 midway through the second period, and they still got a minute 3 of 5-on-4 action to go, and they're quickly back into the Ridley zone. Ridley not too smart right now, especially with their sticks. As we have another stoppage in play and yet another penalty. And this time it's going to go the way of the 67, so power play gone, 4-on-4 again. As Juliana Parks will go off. Exactly 9.5 to go in the middle frame. 50 seconds left in the 67's. Well, what it would have been a man advantage. So 50 seconds left till we are done playing 4-on-4. So a minute 10 power play coming up for the Ridley College Tigers, who are trying to get the crowd into it. A lot of fans to my right, and they just are ready to explode. There's been multiple opportunities for the Tigers, and as their head coach gets an explanation from the referee. That's Amanda Wark. And it's face-off win for the Tigers. Penner is going to reverse it off the boards. Didn't go far, as the 67's are going to move it out quickly. Centering opportunity. That was broken up there as Molly Grabby was taken down. Welke. Louisa Welke shoots. Never got to Jacobson. And it's Lily Welke now on the puck in down low. 67's quickly converging on her. As two of them collide at their own blue line. Now it's going to be Giles. As she's just going to get it a little bit deeper. Giles along to the far side. Louisa Welke is going to reverse it to the point. Penner thought about the slap shot. Decided to go back to Welke. Welke toe drag. Shoot save made by Jacobson with the blocker. And she wound up and missed. So Avery Penner swings and misses for strike one. 2-on-0 for the 67's. And that one goes nowhere as it went off the stick of Jamie Espropatomatis and to the corner. That's where you got to recognize as the defender coming in. And Penner wanted the big slapper to try and beat Jacobson for the first time tonight. And an opportunity, a huge opportunity came the other way for the 67's as Loranger is going to hang on to this one. We're going to get another stoppage in play with 8:14 to go here in the second period and 44 seconds left in the Ridley power play. They are 0 so far as it's Elliott going to collect it at the red line. Elliott still with it over center. Lost it for a second. Puck stays in the neutral zone, and looks like we got a hand pass right in front of the Tigers bench. So that means we're going to have a face-off in front of the 67's bench. When the power play ends for the Tigers, we'll have 7.5 to go in the middle frame. Then we'll flood the ice. Well, I won't. Someone else will. And then we'll break for 10 to 12 minutes, and tripping over the puck there at the blue line, Fulem. 10 to 12 minute break, and then we'll be back for the final 20. Sweet Apple's back in her own zone. Gonna move the puck up, went off Fulem's stick, and it's just gonna be banked in to the Tigers end by Peyton Carl. She goes off on a change. Mary Sweetapple gonna bank it off the boards. And did Fulem get a piece? She did not. So it'll go for icing. Power play over. So still an 0 on the board, on the scoreboard and in the power play column for the Tigers. Just getting nothing going as that Ottawa PK has just been negating any opportunity possible. It's not like Ridley has been getting their chances. It's just unable to convert. Jacobson's been phenomenal in that Ottawa net, and the PK for the 67's, 88.8% in the regular season. Shot towards the net, goes wide of Loranger. Rachel Wing tried to do something with it. She couldn't. Now it's back in behind the net. Off a skate out in front. That was off Barrington. And again, it's going to be sent into the Ottawa end. Icing waved off. There's Wing on the forecheck. It's around the other side. Going to make its way to the point. And just shooting that one in is Catherine Culligan. Culligan and Barrington, the D pairing out right now for the Tigers. And it's going to be a 2-on-1 for the 67's. Cross ice pass was never there and then being pushed into the net is Jenna Churchill. Net comes off. Another power play coming the way of the 67's. And it's just the Tigers got to keep their composure here. So it's 6.5 to play in the middle period. Another opportunity arises as an extra body comes on for the 67's. It's Lily Welke on the draw for the Tigers. She won it. And it's going to be shut out by Giles all the way down. And Jacobson's going to come out and leave it for Peyton Carl. She advances the puck ahead, at least to the blue line, and now it's going to be poked up to center. Shorthanded opportunity possibly coming for the Tigers as Louisa Welke was working 1-on-3 and she lost it. There's a lead pass up for Sedgwick. And she's taken into the boards, and another penalty is coming to the Ridley Tigers. And did Avery Penner just get ejected from the game? So Avery Penner is done. She will head off, and we'll see what the calls get. Does that mean we're going to get a 5? Understandably upset about that one. It's Claire Sedgwick stays on the ice. So it will for sure be a 5-on-3. It'll just be a matter of, well, it'll be a minute 25, but we'll see how long the power play after will be 5-on-4. There's a nice round of applause here for Sedgwick, who opened the scoring. So we've got 5 minutes on the board for Penner. Referee clearly making a ejection signal right after the play happened, and Lauren Toner just went off as well. So we'll see what comes of this, if there will be an official announcement of what the penalties will be. But for the Tigers, this is getting out of hand pretty quickly. Down 3-0 already to the second best team in the league. And you know they're just going to go right after their 4th, 5th, 6th goals. So the 67's looking to extend this lead. And an interesting thing I found out just last year, I never knew this before, and this may make me sound not very intelligent, but every time you score on a 5-minute power play, it turns into 1. So say you score within the first minute, you're 1 for 1. And you don't score, that goes 1 for 2. So we'll see how this goes. Multiple opportunities for the 67's on the man advantage. They've scored once. There's a one-time opportunity there. Nicely blocked by Fulem, and she's going to have an opportunity. Going to work 1-on-1, but just couldn't get it by the skate of Molly Grabby. It's turning back the other way is Leah Young, 17, to the slot. Save made by Loranger. Rebound going to be picked up by Sweet Apple, not cleared. Parks to the far side. Grabby tried to get it back to her. She couldn't. And it's Leah Young. Reversing it down low. It's Parks. Young at the point. towards the net, deflected in front, never made it to Larange. And it's going to squeak out of the zone and go all the way down. Jacobson going to come out and play it. Going to direct traffic as well as both teams make changes. 20 seconds left in the first Ridley penalty, and then we'll just be 5-on-4 for about 3.5 minutes. The shot towards the net goes wide. Brittany Yamin out there now for the 67s as a couple Tigers get caught up and they fall to the ice. Grexton, one of them. It's a one-timer knuckle puck. Larange makes the save. Now back to 5-on-4. Out of the box now is Emma Penner. Barrington is just going to fire it the length of the ice. We've got 4:15 to go in the second period. And a 10-12 minute intermission and back for the final 20. The near side, Giles is going to shoot it down, and Jacobson easily going to handle that one. Georgia Spear going to move it ahead. Boucher stops, waits for some help, finds an outlet at the point. Peyton Carl. Now Boucher trying to find Carl again. She almost does. Just didn't quite get through that slew of players in front of the net. Claire Sedgwick dropped it off. Out in front, bouncing puck, and Elliott's finally going to get it and slap it all the way around the boards and down. Not being able to get there in time was Alyssa Nolan. So we've got 1:50 to go in this 5-minute power play for the 67s. 2:50 to go in the second period. Drost fell down. She either hit a rut in the ice or the linesman. As the puck comes to Larange, and we're going to get a whistle, as a little bit quick whistle, as the puck was loose, but the draw will come up to the right of the Tigers' goal, with 1:36 left in the Ottawa power play. Boucher won the draw. Garreau. She scored the most recent goal for the 67. Shot towards Larange, and that one goes just wide. Alyssa Nolan out there. It's Garreau. Working 1-on-2 in the corner. Good job defensively there by Louisa Welke to help get that puck out, but just to center. As a stop in play at the blue line, offside. 1:07 left in the power play. 2:10 to go in the period. Out to center, Fulham got it in the 67's end. Now a lead pass. Breaking in, trying to get past the D. She does. Larange is able to make a save. Molly Grabby looking for a call afterwards as well. She came in on the partial breakaway opportunity. 67 still with control of the puck. Tigers able to get it and rifle it down the ice. Amanda Giles doing a good job there. There's 30 seconds left in this power play. 1.5 to go in the period. Leah Young towards the net. That goes wide of Larange, and Elliott to get it behind the net. And another stoppage in play and another penalty called. And very upset about that one is Amelia Giles, but she's not going to go to the box. It's going to be Emma Penner again. So 5-on-3 the 67s will work for the next 17 seconds. And of course, if no goal is scored, that second penalty from Penner will carry over into period number 3. So out there to try and kill this off is Lily Welke. Carmen Elliott as well. And Anna Barrington, number 2 in orange and black. It's towards the net, deflection goes wide. Jacobson taps her stick on the ice. There are too many men on the ice for a second for the Ridley College Tigers. Elliott's going to rim it around, just 5-on-4 now. Now a possible opportunity coming as Lily Welke's going to chip it out to Louisa Welke. She's going to work all alone in the zone, puts it through her legs, tries to cut to the net. She does, gets a shot off. And Jacobson had to be tough on that side of the post. As Louisa Welke made a strong move to the goal. She's still got it, making a couple of moves, stick handling around all these 67 defenders. Able to kill off lots of time as Elliott gets it on the far side, makes a move, tries to get a shot on goal. She doesn't. Now she does, just a little dribbler. And it's going to be held by Jacobson with 19.4 seconds left to go in period number 2. Still a 3-0 advantage for the Ottawa Lady 67s. And they've still got 59 seconds left in the penalty to Penner. Fulem out there to take the draw for the Tigers against Boucher. Puck still in the circle. Now it's going to be Boucher moving it forward. Coming back the other way is Melanie Drost, and someone got a little too excited. Offside is the call. Another stoppage in play with exactly 10 seconds left in the period. So we will have a face-off right in front of our broadcast area. Fulem, the captain, going to be in the dot again against Boucher. Fulem tried to go forward with it. She does. Just couldn't get the handle on it after. And then being tripped up after the play was Claire Sedgwick. And that goes unseen. And there is the end of the second period. So an interesting 40 minutes so far. 3-0 for the Ottawa Lady 67s. Still 40 seconds left to go on their latest power play. We'll take a 10-12-minute break. They'll flood the ice, and then we'll be back for the final 20 to see who will join the Naha Winterhawks in the championship game. Welcome back inside Ridley College. It's a 3-0 Ottawa Lady 67's lead over the Tigers. Goal scorers so far in the game. Claire Sedgwick got it started in the first. Melanie Drost got it going in the second. And then it was Regan Garreau scoring the third one. The 67's working here with a little bit of power play time. 25 seconds left in their advantage. Back the other way, it's Lily Welke trying to make something happen shorthanded. Alyssa Nolan able to escape a check. Regan Garreau. Boucher in there, it's at the point. Towards the net, tipped in front, and it goes just wide of the net. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5 for the first time and seems like forever, as both teams have made trips to the sin bin many times in that second period. Of course, Avery Penner was ejected late in the second, with about 6 minutes left to go in that second period, so her night is done. Barrington just going to get it into the 67 zone in behind Jacobson, who's been perfect thus far in that Ottawa net. Won 6 games during the regular season with 1 shutout. As the faceoff's going to come back in her zone as this results in an icing. Minute and a half into period number 3. Goals against average of 2.14. for Jacobson. As Fulham partially won that draw, but it's going to be controlled by the 67's. Going back in behind her net and turning is Yamin. Now along the near boards, Hannah Thompson. Skate with it over the red line. It's going to be turned over. The Tigers coming back the other way. Fulham backhanded it. Was heading for Sweet Apple, but it was intercepted by Clark, and then she took her counterpart down as Thompson went into the boards. Sweet Apple's going to put it back in the offensive end. Could have been too many men there as Ottawa in the midst of a change. Fans wanting a too many men penalty as Penner back into the zone. That's Emma Penner. As Louisa Welke working in down low. That's Boucher moving the puck ahead past Elliott. And Sedgwick tried to put it on net. That goes high and off the glass. Sedgwick with it behind the net, off her skate, trying to find it, trying to come up with it. As working in on her is Barrington. In there as well as Boucher. As Louisa Welke's just going to flip it down and go off on a change. 5 new fresh legs, well, 10 new fresh legs on the ice for the Tigers. 5 new bodies as they look to mount a comeback as they trail 3-0, just over the 3-minute mark of this third period. As Sedgwick puts one on goal, she goes in, the puck goes wide, and we've got a stoppage in play. The net is dislodged and a face-off coming in the Tigers zone. The officials work to get the net back on with the 2 referee and 1 linesman system here in the JWHL. Thanks so much for everyone who is tuning in this weekend. We've got you covered from puck drop yesterday to championship Sunday tomorrow. The U16 finals are at 10, and the U19 championship will come just afternoon as a shot is stopped by Tovi Jacobson off the stick of Fulham. And we're going to get another penalty off this play as the Tigers are going to be shorthanded once again. And who's going? Abby Grexton skating by. It's not going to be her. Yes, it is. I thought so. Penalty happened after Jacobson had made the save. And just to let everyone know, there will be no consolation game tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. That would have been the Balmoral Hall Blazers taking on the loser of this game, or essentially what would have been a third-place game tomorrow morning. That is not happening, so we will be on the air at 10 a.m. with the U16 Championship. I'll have the call for you. Again, a special thanks to Rod Mahood for all the work he did, doing 8 games this weekend, but he's a very busy man, so I'll be taking over, well, since 4 o'clock today, and the game's tomorrow at the point. 67's looking for more. Shot save made by Larange. She can't hang on, so the 67's going to have a second opportunity here. Minute and a half to go on their power play. Another stop and play, and we are going to get another penalty. What else is new? And heading to the box is going to be number 5, Regan Garreau, the most recent goal scorer in this contest. So we will play a minute 29 of 4-on-4. Geez, for a semifinal game, there's a lot of whistles going on. The last game I know there was a lot of run time between the Blazers and Winterhawks, but while it was close, there were not a lot of penalties called. The referees knew it was a playoff game, so they kept the whistles in their pockets as a low shot there is going to be stopped by Jacobson. Definitely flipping the script in the later game. So we're going to have a draw to the left of Toby Jacobson. And that Ottawa goal is, Welke barely got to the dot and the linesman dropped it. As Melanie Drost skating back the other way. Drost takes the shot. Might have glanced off the crossbar, but not into the net as Louisa Welke back the other way. Lost it for a second, chasing after it into the far boards. And converging on her were 2 67's defenders as being knocked down was Barrington, and Welke goes after the guilty party, you could say, Georgia Spear. She's off on the bench now as the 67's completed a change. Barrington's just going to backhand it behind her own goal. 34 seconds left to go in the Ridley penalty, and then they will have a 31 second power play. As back the other way, Brooklyn Clark. Shooting save made by Jacobson off Fulem, and the rebound to the corner. Fulem almost guilty of a trip there. The arms stay down on this one. And Brooklyn Clark trying to get to the front of that. She can't. She's also missing a glove. As it sits to my right along the near corner and to the left of Toby Jacobson. Mary Sweetapple able to move it forward to Fulem. Sweetapple. Far side, Welke, big save by Jacobson. She came out to rob Lily Welke, and then a lead pass intended for Brittany Yamin was out of her reach, and it's going to go for icing as Giles is back to collect it. So a face-off coming in the Ottawa zone. 16 seconds left to go in the Tigers' power play. Ofer, of course, as they trail 3-0 as the errant glove will make its way back to the Tigers' bench. Brooklyn Clark going to get all her equipment back. And the face-off at center ice. It's Penner along the near side. Welke going to chip it deep and chase. On her, number 91, Ella Watson. Lily Welke. Little bit of space. Welke still with the puck. Shoots Jacobson with the save. Quickly pounces on the rebound. Oh, Jacobson's putting on a clinic right now as her team continues to lead 3-0. She's been perfect the entire evening, and their team's been pretty close to perfect the entire weekend. Tigers a little bit of a tougher road to this point. They had to beat the Pacific Steelers in a shootout earlier today. As Fulem couldn't win that offensive zone draw, and it's going to be fired out to the far side off the boards. It's Grabby that got it into the zone, but the Tigers taking over. Grexton is in there. Sweet Apple to pick up the loose puck. Brooklyn Clark made one move. Couldn't beat Jacobson. As a lead pass out now, finds Juliana Parks. She couldn't get past the Ridley defense, and it's Elliott back the other way. Elliott with some speed. Gets past, no, she did not get past her number 4 counterpart, Alyssa Nolan. And it's Boucher coming back the other way for the 67s, along with Sedgwick. Sedgwick on her backhand, got it back to Boucher, who couldn't tuck it home on the far side as Lorange moved cross crease left to right. Barrington's going to reverse it in behind her own net. Sedgwick was the only body there, but she couldn't handle it, so it goes along the far boards. Boucher cutting to the slot. She's tripped up. No arm goes in the air, and then Lorange is going to pounce on it and stop it. Stop the clock. 12:40 to go in period number 3. Still 3-0 for the 67s. The goal scorer is Claire Sedgwick. If you're just joining us, she opened the scoring in the first period. And then followed by Melanie Drost, who scored an absolute beauty from the seat of her pants to make it 2-0. And then it was Regan Garreau to make it 3-0, and Garreau's got the puck right now. Going back in behind her own net around, Tovi Jacobson sets a pick. And another penalty coming up this way. It will be the hook that will be called. Lily Welke's going to go off, number 23 in black and orange. And again, for playoff hockey, you don't really expect these many whistles. You're going to get the obvious calls, you know, the trip. Clearly, Lily Welke was interfered, tripped, hooked, whatever you want to call it, on her breakaway. It's why she got the penalty shot opportunity, and Jacobson coming up big on that attempt. And I think Amanda Wark just got ejected. That whole Ridley coaching staff going after the officials. So we've got 2 minutes up on the board right now, and that's just the only penalty. That's Lily Welke. Of course, the crowd giving it to the officials. Just the way hockey goes, any sport really. And being waved out of the face-off dot. Again, my favorite part of hockey. That was Louisa Welke getting kicked out. Louisa Welke chasing after it behind her own net. Just going to leave it there. As picking it up, getting some help from Catherine Culligan. Culligan wearing number 19 as the puck makes its way out to neutral territory. Another penalty coming up, and another hook. Now only got 10 fingers, so I've run out of penalties to start counting. But it's going to even things up again. So for about the 4th or 5th time, we are going to play 4-on-4. And going to the box is Regan Garreau. So again, it'll be a brief power play for the Tigers when it comes, but it'll be in another minute 25. It'll be about a 28-second power play. Again, enough time to get set up, get an opportunity on Tovi Jacobson, and we're going to blow the play dead again for a head check. With 11.5 to go here in the third. So now the Tigers are going to get a power play out of this. They're going to play 4-on-3. As heading to the box is Brittany Yamin. And it looks like we have a timeout here. Not 1,000% sure who called it. I see the 67's coaching staff calling timeout, but the Ridley Tigers were pretty quick to get to their bench. So we will break for a little bit. As the Tigers will go 4-on-3 for a minute 17. Then they'll go 5-on-3 for 29 seconds. Again, 11:38 to play in the third period. Winner will face the number 1 seeded Winterhawks from the North American Hockey Academy. They took care of the Blazers 9-1 in the first semifinal here on day 2 at the 2020 JWHL playoffs in St. Catharines, Ontario. U19 championship getting underway tomorrow afternoon, just around noon Eastern, depending on how long the celebration from the U16 championship goes, which will get underway at 10 a.m. Eastern. It's Fulham working in down low against Ella Watson. For Ottawa, Louisa Welke. Elliott, of course, the Tigers are without Avery Penner. She was ejected with about 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Welke shoots, scores! And for the Tigers, the comeback starts now. A power play goal for Louisa Welke gets Ridley on the board. It's 3-1 Ottawa. So we will now go back to 4-on-4 for 47 seconds, and that gives the Ridley Tigers an even longer power play. An absolute huge goal by Louisa Welke in the regular season for her. Played in 12 games, 13 goals, 12 assists for 25 points. And the Tigers going to try and keep the momentum on their side. Penner got it into the zone. Grexton was with her, but it's going to be back out to center ice and cross ice to Giles from Barrington. Giles working with it, 1-on-2, able to drop it back for Grexton. Grexton lost it as she had no support. But taking it back was Barrington. A good job staying on the forecheck. 5 seconds left to go, and the Tigers are going to have a 5-on-3. Louisa Welke shooting. Jacobson makes the save. A stop in play as a collision took place at the point in the Ottawa zone. So the Tigers' power play is negated. Barrington will head to the box, so we will continue to play 4-on-4 for the next 41 seconds, and then it'll be the 67's getting a power play for a minute 19. A chance to respond, restore that 3-goal lead. Of course, the Tigers will possibly look to score shorthand and get some opportunities as Larange is going to make that save. Get another face-off to her left. In this third period, the Ridley Tigers outscored their opponents 27-16 in this final frame. The 67's outscored their opponents 26-16. And here's Welke back into the offensive zone. She's got the Ridley goal. She lost it. Now it's going to be a 2-on-1, a potential 3-on-1. As Grabby into the zone, centering pass, they score! There's the response from the 67's. Scoring 4-on-4 to make it 4-1. As Peyton Carl finds the back of the net. Peyton Carl, a defenseman, scored 2 goals and recorded 2 assists in the regular season. Definitely one of the biggest goals she scored this year. Restore the 3-goal lead for her Ottawa 67's, and they're right back into the zone. They are going to go to the power play in 4 seconds. As the puck doesn't escape the Tiger zone. Now a lead pass. It's going to be a partial break in on the backhand, and a partial poke check from Jacobson negated that chance from Abby Russell, who did get a shot off. And it stays 4-1. 67's now working on the power play with a minute to go in that. And 9:15 left in the third period. Culligan was on her knees trying to get the puck deep. She couldn't, but got help from Fulham. Giles just banks it off the boards. Grexton in down low. Tigers need a response quickly. Elliott lost the puck, had some space if she would have got by the defender, but she didn't. And then Giles broke up that lead pass. A great job there as Sedgwick was away. There's going to be Giles shooting it off of Fulham, who gets control of the puck. Going to work 3-on-1. Got as deep as the offensive blue line. Back the other way, it's Boucher. Losing the handle, but getting some help. Shot in on goal. It's going to be in the blue paint. And to the far side as it was Melanie Drost getting that scoring opportunity. Power play over, back to 5-on-5, and icing is coming up against Ridley. So we've got 8:13 to go in the third period. 4-1, 67's lead. As Peyton Carl, the latest goal scorer for the 67's. We shot into the Ridley zone. It's Mary Sweetapple. Centering opportunity there from Molly Grabby was negated. And it's going to be shot off the near boards. Penner. Sweetapple. Penner. Welke 2-on-1. Tried to get it to Louisa, and she couldn't do so as Lily got that loose puck at the blue line. And the 67's are just going to shoot it all the way down as going off on a change is Alyssa Nolan. Both teams completing changes here with 7:25 to go in period number 3. 4-1 67's in command right now. Tigers have been pressing. They've gotten their chances. Of course, that penalty shot back in the second period by Lily Welke, stopped by Tovi Jacobson as she got the glove on it. And then 30 seconds later, same situation. Lily Welke in on a breakaway again. Tovi Jacobson coming up big with the glove as Clark's going to get it into the offensive end. A quick whistle on a play along the board, so we're going to get a face-off to the left of the Ottawa goal. Abby Russell in on the draw for the Tigers. Puck up for grabs, and it's going to be shot to the far side by Rachel Wing, number 16. And it's going to be out into the Ridley end. Tigers going to break out 2-on-3. He's going to get it down to Jacobson, and she stops it with the paddle and is going to cover up, take the safe play, and get a face-off in her own end as on the forecheck there was Catherine Culligan looking for a loose puck. 6:40 to go in the final frame. Fulham on the draw. To the near boards. Penner was there, but she couldn't get to it. And now the 67's are going to get it out. Juliana Parks dropped it. Shot from the point. That one was blocked as Yamin tried to get it to the net. And it's going to be sent down the ice and go for icing as Fulham just missed that pass. So Lily Welke's going to take the draw in her defensive end, and she didn't win it, but it was sort of scrambled, and then a shot was blocked. And Barrington's going to get it. Going to stop behind her net. Use the boards to her advantage. Protects the puck well, and the pass is made up to Louisa Welke. She had Elliott for a second, but decided to keep it, and she's going to skate it into the zone. Louisa Welke shoots it wide. Barrington will keep it in at the far side. No, she won't, as it was poked from her, thanks to Melanie Drost, who has the highlight reel goal of today's contest. Elliott to Welke. Welke on her backhand, just going to chip it in. Elliott off the glass and down. She got the red line, so no icing on the play. Penner on the forecheck, but it's past her. Drost. And Sedgwick working 2-on-1 with Boucher. Sedgwick shoots, save made by Larange. Good job by the Ridley goaltender to stay square to Sedgwick. And now Sedgwick's going to chase after it in the corner. Makes its way to the top of the slot, and Penner's going to stop and grab it and just fire an errant pass that missed Abby Russell. Now along the near side, Alyssa Nolan. Going to rim it around the boards. Stopping it was Larange. Helping her out is Sweet Apple. Mary Sweet Apple. She's going to throw it up to center into neutral ice. 67's going to turn around and just fire it down the other way. And going to get an icing here with 4:33 left to go. And it'll be interesting to see if Larange makes her way to the bench. As I look at their bench right now, their coaching staff trying to get her attention. She does not see them, so it's going to be coming soon. They're down by 3. Can't wait till 2 minutes left. Got to do it with at least 3.5 as Jacobson makes the save off Barrington. That shot from the point went right through everybody. Tigers without Penner. And Penner that wears number 8, Avery Penner. She was ejected in the second period with 6 minutes left to go, so she is done for the night. Still got a lot of firepower, though. Foulem's out there right now, and she won that face-off. Grexton, she knows how to score, too. She's headed to Dartmouth in the fall. As the 67's going to break out the other way. Barrington, good defensive play to break that up in the neutral zone. Barrington still with it into the offensive zone, shoots. Jacobson makes the save, and there's been quite a few opportunities like that where they just put it on net, and that's what you got to do. But as of right now, it's not doing too much for the Tigers as Jacobson has been very calm in her net. None of those have been bobbled or bounced around. She's easily gotten it in the catching glove. So great job by number 30 in pink, red, and white to keep things under control in that Ottawa net. As it's shot towards the net, Penner, another opportunity, and that's going to be stopped. That one a little bit tougher, as there was a bunch of traffic in front. We got pushing and shoving afterwards. Again, the 2 and 3 matchup kind of expected here in the semifinals to be a little bit rough, as now Larange is headed to the bench. So we've got 6-on-5 for the Ridley Tigers. Empty net to my left. So it's crunch time for them. 3:57 to go. Shot towards the net. Never got to Jacobson, and the 67's are going to break out 2-on-1 with an empty net, and it's going to be fired wide, but they did get to the red line, so it won't be icing. Sweet Apple around her net off the stick of Welke, back out to center, and it's blocked right at the Tiger head. Grexton towards the net. That goes wide on the blocker side. Another opportunity goes wide as well. Louisa Welke just put it deep. Penner centered it, and Lily Welke did get a stick on it, but Jacobson covering that left post to make the save. And Jacobson's going to have to be an all-star for the next 3:27 because the Tigers are going to fire everything at that 67's net. The winner will take on the Naha Winterhawks for the championship tomorrow afternoon. Noon Eastern start here on the JWHL network. Welke trying to go forward with it. It works out as it ended up hitting a shin pad, made its way back to Elliott, who just puts it deep. Welke working there, trying to get the puck back. She goes down. Louisa Welke out in front, and again Jacobson getting the glove down on the puck. Not allowing second and third opportunities is what you got to do, and that's exactly what Ridley wants to do, is create those second and third rebounds, try and get something, try and get a dirty goal right here. A working hard goal, I like to call. A lot of people call it dirty goals, but those are the ones you work the hardest for. So Ridley needs one of those right now. Lily Welke lost the draw, and it goes right to Jacobson, so they'll just do it again. Again, that Tigers net is empty. 6-on-5. And then Louisa Welke getting tangled up on the far side. She fell over. Now she's going to take the spot. Actually, she's going to move into the slot area, as that faceoff was won by the Tigers. Sweet Apple. Lily Welke shoots, never got to Jacobson, and the 67's are going to pick it up. Sedgwick tried to get it, and he could have called interference on Elliott there. They won't, and it'll go all the way down. And now they're going to call something, interference. It's going to be the call. I thought they were wanting an icing on that play. But again, the Tigers going to head the way of being shorthanded. The 67's have scored on the power play. Not the greatest percentage, but they have scored. Those opportunities really being the difference in this one, as the Tigers have spent a lot of time shorthanded, down a body, as we've got 2:45 to go in the third period of the second semifinal. As that pass from Boucher missed, but she had Melanie Drost right behind her to pick it up. In down low, backhander, and Sedgwick is stopped by Larange with 2:27 to play. Minute 36 left in the 67's power play, and if Tigers come back, wants to start soon, they're going to have to score shorthanded. There will be 51 seconds when we get back to 5-on-5. Shorthanded opportunity by Fulham is negated. And then she slashes at her counterpart, Jenna Churchill, who keeps going on. And a shot will be blocked, and then a follow-up opportunity stopped by Larange. And more pushing and shoving as Jenna Churchill is getting involved in there. Lots of conversations going on right now between coaching staffs and rosters. For a second, Larange thought they wanted her on the bench, not with a face-off deep in your zone. As a shot towards the net right off the draw goes wide on her glove hand side. And it's Abby Grexton. They're going to try and get Larange out of the net, get it back to 5-on-5. Elliott. She's in the neutral zone, has some space. Larange is coming to the bench. And Elliott with more time and space, just going to shoot that one. It goes wide. She gets it right back. Shot easily handled by Jacobson as Grexton was going to the net. More pushing and shoving going on as Grexton was looking for that rebound. Jacobson just hasn't really given up any today. She's been near perfect, just that one goal scored from Louisa Welke. That came earlier on in this third period. 67's then responded, getting that 3-goal lead restored, and we're going to have another timeout with 1:36 left to play in period number 3. 45 seconds left on the 67's power play, but it's evened up as Brooke Larange is on the Tigers bench. Just to recap the goal scorers quickly before we get things underway. Claire Sedgwick got the scoring started way back in the first period. And that would be it for the first frame. Into the second, it would be Melanie Drost, who was hooked on the play. There was a penalty coming. Got into the slot. Went to the blocker side of Larange. Was spun out on her rear end. And then put it 5-hole on Larange. That made it 2-0. So that's the highlight reel goal from this contest. And then after her, it would be Regan Garreau, making it 3-0. Then Tigers would get on the board, as I mentioned just a few moments ago. It was Louisa Welke, making it 3-1. And then Peyton Carl on the 2-on-1, making it 4-1. Shot towards the net. And Jacobson wanted to play it. She does, and now she's going to get involved there with Fulham, as Fulham was going for that loose puck because Jacobson wanted to play it. So the shenanigans are continuing with 1.5 minutes to go. The firepower Ridley has, it's not really over, as it's rimmed around behind the net. 67's are trying for that stretch pass. Phenomenal job to keep it in, but it's going to be called on the hand pass as Brooklyn Clark kept it in the offensive zone, and it's the right call. So that's going to send Loranger back into the net. So we're going to go back to 5-on-4 for the Lady 67's. I assume not too quickly, as the puck's just going to sit in the slot. Loranger can't go now, as a potential 2-on-1, now 3-on-1 actually. Into the Ridley zone, no shot coming, is going to the net there was number 62, Haley McDonald. As we are about to hit the 1 minute mark. 5 seconds left in the 67's power play, and more penalties are coming. Penner with a cross check. To Molly Grabby. So we'll see what we get out of this. Obviously, we're not going to be playing 5-on-4. At least 5-on-3. Okay, at least 4-on-3. Didn't notice a 67 in the box. Coaching staff of the 67's getting an explanation. We'll wait to see what penalties come of this up on the big board. Might just be offsetting minors. And it looks like that's what it's going to be, is we're going to play 5-on-4. 3 seconds left in the 67's power play, so we'll be at 5-on-5 very, very shortly. 2-and-1. And we're back to 5-on-5. Loranger may leave the net. She may not. Tigers do need to get it out of the zone, obviously, for that to happen. As puck at the point. Shot towards the net. That one was blocked as Garreau tried to get it. And down low, Drost, number 11, taken down, no call. .25 seconds left in the third, and this one looks like it's going to tick down in favor of the 67's, as the referee's going to blow this one dead with 20 seconds to go. So there's a good guess right now that tomorrow's championship game will feature the 1 and 2 seed in the U19 division. It will be the Naha Winterhawks taking on the Ottawa Lady 67's, as Ottawa will just look to close this one out, up 4-1 over the hometown Ridley College Tigers, who put up very good effort in this one. Just the penalty trouble is probably what cost them in this one, as they lost Penner in the second period. She was ejected, and a save made by Loranger, who played outstanding in this game, in my opinion. Just not too much help in front of her. The 67's just crashing the net the whole night, getting rebounds, getting second, third opportunities. That's where we stand, 4-1. Multiple power play goals as well for Ottawa. And exactly 7 seconds to go, as they will drop the puck and count it down. Now for a last-second opportunity into the breadbasket for Loranger. And it's going to be the Ottawa Lady 67's, meaning the Naha Winterhawks, in tomorrow's championship. They defeat the Ridley Tigers 4-1. In today's second semifinal matchup. As the U19 championship will take place just after noon Eastern time here in St. Catharines, Ontario. Not before the U16 division championship takes place. That one goes at 10 a.m. Eastern. Still got to double check who will be in that game. We know for sure it will be the U16 Naha Winterhawks. It's a good chance it's the Philadelphia Junior Flyers, who had a perfect 25-0 season in the U16 division, outscoring their opponents by over 100 throughout those 25 games. As there was supposed to be a consolation game to take place. So we'll put a stamp on this one. The final score, 4-1 for the Ottawa Lady 67's over the Ridley College Tigers. I'm Reese Dumaney. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, we'll have the U16 Championship and the U19 Championship tomorrow right here on the JWHL Network.